All these SARS, any SARS will still go kill us away. No more SARS, no more SARS, no more SARS. Hey boy, this law, keep off him. This law, people are dead. Go be safe. God punish you. Please stand leave. You know the way. See there.
One is okay.
No waste their bullets. One is okay. See them.
See them. They don't kill the boy. They run. See them.
They don't kill the boy,
the boy that they run. SARS. Please save that, sir. If he lets us, kill the boy if he doesn't run.
The boy
don't die. See ya, they run.
The boy don't die.
Now follow them, so they run.
Follow them.
They run.
They don't kill the boy.
Why they vlog like that now? Why they vlog like that? Why they vlog like what did you do, Kwan?
This guy don't play ball. This is where they upset. Go there, go carry out.
Make it shoot me.
Why are they breaking our gates? Why are they breaking our gates? Why are they breaking our gates? For what now?
But that guy you just carried wasn't playing football. That guy you just carried wasn't playing football. That guy you carried wasn't playing football.
But they still took me away to collect money. I couldn't get them the ticket, but I give them 10,000 naira just for me to be able to travel down to the center. So we are out here today because we want to end SARS. Government to do something. When Okada people they said they were making robbery, they banned them from movement. But now we are saying we want an end to SARS because they are brutalizing and harassing us. And yet they are telling us that we can't end. We want to end SARS. This is why we are here, and we are sleeping here. We are not going to do it.
Hello and welcome to Youth and Social Life. My name is Dami, and of course today I'll be discussing with you about the hashtag end SARS, protest that has been going on, where Nigerian youth are outside, protesting for them to end SARS. So I'll just be talking about how they started and what led to this end SARS protest. So actually, what before we want to talk about this, I really want to pose a question to you people, and that. Do you think ending SARS is actually the right idea? So, talking about SARS, I think it started in 1992, and it was, it's the person that founded it is actually Simeon Midenda. Then when I think what actually led to them starting SARS was when a colonel was killed then, army colonel. He was killed then, and after being killed, this information got to the soldiers, and they decided that he was killed by, at a police checkpoint. So when this information got to the army, they decided that they were going to deal with the police officers. So these forced police officers, into hiding, and they withdrew from their checkpoints and went home, for like 2 weeks. And during this period of 2 weeks, there were crimes everywhere on the streets of Lagos. People were just committing any crime because no security agents, to caution them. So apparently, these Midenda then, he said that he decided, after some recommendation, some talking from the police, senior police officers then. So he decided to start something like a anti-robbery squad, but something that is different from what the other units are also doing. So then he named it SARS, Special Anti Robbery Squad. So that was how it started. And now talking about their modus operandi, so their original concept then was that they should arrest them robbers. But the main thing was that they were, some of their rules then was that they can't be seen with walkie-talkie, on the road. They can't be seen with it in public. They can't discuss with each other in public. Then they cannot be seen there with arms, gun, everything. They can't be seen with it in public also, because their main aim, is to be inside, to be in, to just be in secret, exist in secret without the people knowing, for them to know the robbers, for the robbers not to recognize them. Because if they go out in public with this, with their arms, the robbers will recognize them, why they won't recognize the robbers. So that was their modus operandi. And then they really performed a lot, especially in Lagos. So SARS actually started in Lagos until Midenda was transferred to other, transferred to another states. So that was when started going to other units or police command units then. And talking about SARS then, it was very well respected. I think until 2010 when Amnesty International said they were going to sue SARS, especially the Nigerian police force, because then apparently they arrested 3 bikers. They arrested 3 bikers, and according to reports then, those 3 bikers were in custody of the police. They were beaten with gun butts and also iron belts for days then before they were released. So Amnesty International said they were going to sue them for rights violation, human rights violation then. So apparently some days after that also, like on 20th of May 2010, a federal high court in Enugu State also ordered then, that's the Inspector General of Police Obona, to produce a special anti-robbery squad officer who had gunned down a 15-year-old boy in high school. According to the SARS officer, the teen was mistaken for a kidnapper. So their modus operandi started going wrong. This aspect, they started doing things that they were not expected to do. Some of their victims that we can actually recall, Kazim Tiamiyu, assistant captain for Remo Stars football club. His death also caused a lot of protest in Shagamu then. Apparently he was harassed. The 21-year-old was harassed, and which eventually led to his death. And it's not the only one also. If you can remember this early this year, around May, Tina Ezekwe also was shot by maybe like a less drunk Nigerian police officer then. So Tina was shot, and then we can remember on Twitter also there was the hashtag justice for Tina then. So a lot of people, Nigerians, have actually been complaining about SARS, what they've been doing, their brutality, not just as police brutality in general. And apparently 1st of October, when people were celebrating independence, Nigerians were actually on Twitter saying that if they want them to celebrate independence happily, maybe like 10% for them to smile, they need to end SARS. And these actually, started it a little, but people didn't, it didn't really trend on Twitter until, 3rd of October, when a man was shot. A man was shot in front of Ugeli, I think a hotel in Ugeli then. The man was coming out from the hotel, and apparently was, he was shot, and a police officer, a SARS member, a SARS officer, shot him to death, and also took his car, drove away with his SUV car, Lexus then. And people were like, that was when people started talking about End SARS on Twitter. The hashtag End SARS then trading on Twitter, and I think we had some people coming out to say that they need to protest instead of them just doing the hashtag end something or justice for soap pressing on Twitter, and it will just end there. So that was when Nigerians started coming out. And I remember then Mali also saying that he was going to protest. He was going to come out to protest. Until then, he had a meeting with the police then on Twitter, on Instagram, also live, and people watched it. Although he received a lot of backlash then for not continuing the protest, but we had many celebrities come out, to vote, like to protest, like Tiwa Savage, FARS, Mr. Macaroni. Many people started protesting for End SARS. And of course, it seems it was successful when the Inspector General of Police yesterday, October 11, said that the SARS, they've officially disbanded SARS. But it seems that did not actually end it for Nigerians, because they are calling for the total end of SARS, that they want those people to be sacked instead of being transferred to other units, because they are scared of these bad eggs, corrupting the good eggs of other police units. So they want them to totally scrap it. Right now in I think in Lekki, people are still there protesting. Even the roads are blocked, and people are complaining, about coming out. Now, talking about this SARS brutality, sometimes when you listen to the people's personal experience with SARS, and you've seen that some people complaining, like I think before I started this show, someone was talking about when she was just waiting for a friend in front of her house, and the guy was crossing over with a laptop, and the SARS people were just looking at him just because you are with a laptop. And talking about them entering universities, SARS there entering universities when fraudulent activities increased. And also talking about different acts then in universities. So that was when they started entering. But instead of just going to the people that they get their information off for, or going there to investigate, they started harassing youths with earrings, people with dreadlocks, people with expensive cars or expensive phones, not minding how they got it, and they start extorting people for money. So people that are trying to fight crimes are actually being the one perpetrating the crimes by themselves. So this actually is putting it just actually put the security in Nigeria into a different phase, where people were questioning, are they really fighting crimes, or are they the ones imposing crimes? So these were a lot of questions that people had to put in thought before they started this End SARS protest. Although when you look at this End SARS protest, we have a lot of people with different agenda. Of course, we have the Yahoo boys there protesting. Of course, also we have the cultists protesting End SARS, and we have the people who are just worried about the of course Nigerians in general, and of course the protest talking about the life of youths being killed, innocent youths being killed, and also women being raped. There have been different cases of SARS raping women, and also molesting women. Like yesterday I was watching a video where a lady was talking about herself, a police officer, I think the SARS squad coming into her house, pressing all her private part, and talking about her body, saying some rubbish that they are not supposed to say. Sometimes when you see their videos online, you'll be wondering if they are really people that are supposed to be protecting Nigerians, or just doing different things. And sometimes when you ask them, so Nigerians, there was a time a list came out, then a form came out where they were like, that is the SARS form, where some questions like, you must what your former occupation, what did you do before, then you must be an ex-convict. That was the form then, and people started wondering if ex-convicts were really the ones that were really they were the ones that were accepted into these this SARS job. And it's really surprising. But now Nigerians are still worried if 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 they will still come back, because this is not the first time that you are hearing that SARS have been disbanded. I think the first time was in 2017, where people were they said that they've been disbanded, but again in 2018, 2019, even early this year and early 2019, then it was said that they've been disbanded. But so this year again we start seeing them. I think there was a TV station then that posted it that 2 diseases are killing Nigerians, and that's one, it's COVID-19 and SARS. Security agents are supposed to be protecting the lives of Nigerians. Why are they the ones killing Nigerians? But now with the end of SARS, Nigerians are worried that insecurity will be back again. That's another level. Complaining about talking about the poverty level in Nigeria being increasing, and people saying that insecurity is part of what it's really affecting foreign investors from coming in. So it's going to affect the inflation of prices and many things, because we won't have a lot of people involving in other things because of their fear of insecurity now, and they're also scared of armed robbers coming back again. Another question that people are putting now is, if these SARS people are actually sacked, what will they do? What will they do, and what will actually happen to them? That won't they go back to the streets to start robbing just because they want to prove a point of why they must exist? And so of course, before I continue, let me just read what the people are saying here. Here we have Anthony Adedeji saying, why this nation should not have law? Why are we not following law? Why are leaders not following law? And we also have Aruno saying the Northerners should follow the protest and others will follow immediately. And also Chuku Queen is saying students no longer have the zeal to study because of too much strike. I think that's talking about us to strike. And Abba is saying we are appealing to government to end Boko Haram. So please keep your comments coming, and please keep it clean. So going back to our discussion about SARS, you can always talk about it, what you think, and what you think about the total scrapping off of SARS. So still talking about SARS and brutalizing people. I think it's not just in this part of the world that we have police brutalizing others. Talking about this year, we're still talking about George Floyd. The US was also killed as a result of police brutality, and we are beginning to wonder all over the world if this is what is going to continue. And Nigeria now, we are just thinking that instead of just ending SARS, the entire police system should be reformed. They should be reformed. They should be trained. And talking about some of these police officers, we shouldn't just get people that won't that did not study, and we cannot limit it to people that just ended that went to study with BSc, they graduated with BSc or others. You can also recruit others, but they need to be trained extensively with interpersonal relationship, how to relate with others, and how to carry out to act. Not when a police officer will stop me on the road and tell me that, okay, I've gone against the laws, I did not do right. And when you ask them, what did I do wrong? Which type of law did I disobey? And they will just be looking at you because they can't say it. So can you call that a police officer? Can you say that person is a security agent? Of course, you'll be scared of it for your life. You'll be scared for your life. So that's what people are saying. Please reform the police, and please make sure these people that are going to other units, the SARS that are going to other units also, they will be trained, or totally they are going to scrap them. Let's not forget that also in United States of America, not only United States, other countries outside Nigeria also, they were also protesting for the end of SARS. So of course, and we can actually give it up to youth. But this is actually the first massive protest that we're having in Nigeria, and this is actually proving a point that we still have some of our policies going right. Peaceful protest. It was a peaceful protest, though we have in some of the states where people are protesting, some of them being brutal, like them saying that they shot tear gas, the police shooting tear gas, and also some persons being shot. But it was minimal. The information was minimal, and we can give it up to Inspector General of Police and some of the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, who also came out to address the protesters, telling them to calm down. And we can also talk to the celebrities, appreciate the celebrities for coming out, to, you know, listen to people. But you know, some of them, if you want to put it, you can just say some of them were forced out. Look at Tonya Emaku. Then I think then when she made the comments, when she posted then on Twitter that you know, she's focusing on her movies and she cannot be forced out. You know, people really dragged her then, saying that why won't she come out to protest? So which means that we have to watch her film by herself. The next day we also are with a placard coming out to protest. You know, setting that aside, when you read some of these, their placards, you know, looking at these, their victims, and talking about the victims, Nigerians are now asking if these victims, if there will be justice for these victims now that SARS scrapped. So we are asking the police to please reply to that and make sure the victims, these late victims, get you know, justice. And we're asking and begging that the police officers should please, you know, investigate, find out. You know, they should find out, investigate, and be sure that they are getting the right person and not the wrong person. Don't let the wrong person, you know, don't let the wrong person suffer for you the crime that he or she did not commit. So of course, that is all I have to tell you now on the SARS protest that is still going on. Please ensure that people that are still protesting, please make sure that that you are safe. Continue to protect yourself also. It seems this protest, we've totally forgot about COVID-19. Nobody cares about the COVID-19 guidelines, but don't forget to still protect yourself and also protect the lives of the others around you. It's bye from me, Damnola Ogunshaki, on Youth and Social Life.
Shaka.